Perfectly Normal, a podcast that brings you love, courage, and connection. And I'm your host, Michelle. I'm a life coach, artist, author, and pharmacist. I'm the founder of Elevate Life Coaching. It's a seminar and coaching company. Let's jump right into the show. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me this week. So today's topic is addiction. And what are we addicting to? So there are many things that we're addicted to in this life. We're addicted to, obviously, the bad things such as alcohol, drugs. We're addicted to games, video games. We're addicted to gambling. We're addicted to a lot of different things that's hindering our ability to perform on a daily basis. So those are the addiction that's on a performance level. But today I wanted to talk about the addiction on a mental level, more of an emotional level. And last night I was on my way going to bed. So I usually like to grab my book and I would like to read a little bit before I go to sleep. So then I grabbed my book and then the book I'm reading. It's called The Book of Joy. It's a conversation between Dalai Lama and also Desmond Tutu. It was back in 2015 when Desmond Tutu visited Dalai Lama to celebrate his 80th birthday. So through their conversation, it came about this book called The Book of Joy, and I highly recommend it. For those of you who likes to read, it's a great book to read. And there's a lot of really insightful principle ideas, and I truly believe it has everything to do with judgment. How we judge ourselves and how we judge the world. So I highly recommend it. Again, the book is called The Book of Joy. So I was grabbing my book on my way going to sleep, and I thought about this idea of, I wonder if we can be addicted to self-improvement. And it was a question I posted on my Facebook, and I received multiple feedbacks from, coaches, people who are not coach, and just my friends, and they all share their insight in terms of, what that involves. And, someone has said that, I wouldn't call it self-improvement, alcohol detox or any support group, sure they can. But guess what? It's a better addiction than, everything else that we addicted to. And I completely agree with him. And someone else has said, I think everybody likes seeing growth in their lives. So hence it would be interesting to repeat those actions that help them to grow. Other addiction to the idea that, it may be just self-improving themselves, and it's more like creating a narcissistic concept or a complexity of superiority, which is an addiction for validation here. So there's different opinions and different feelings about whether or not people can be addicted to self-improvement. And so here is my thought around that topic. And I actually went back and looked at the definition of addiction. So by definition, addiction means the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. So if you think about it, self-improvement generally involved with some kind of activity that we perform, that we do, and that we just can't just stop. There's a habit seeking behind that self improvement. So, and I know I came across a couple of different feeds recently, and these are feeds from coaches where they doing self-improvement. They attend these seminars, and some of them are actually quite interesting because I keep seeing those type of posts from them. So I'm sitting there, I'm wondering, what is it about those self-improvement seminar or places that you go to, or program that you go to, that keep attracting you, wanting to do more and more? And are you seeking self-improvement, like what is your motivation behind signing up these programs and going to more seminar, when in fact you already know, you already have the skills of doing it, right? And which reminding me, I had clients, that whom I'm working with recently, and even throughout my whole journey as a coach, I have client coming to me and they say, well, Michelle, this is nothing new to me. What you're sharing is nothing new to me. And you know what, you're right, this is nothing new to you. So my question oftentimes is for them is, so why are you here? If you already know, you already have the skills of doing, wanting, knowing how to move forward in your life, then why are you here? I mean, what is the disconnect here? Like, what makes you wanting to find out more, wanting to get more? What is it about the more that you're looking for? And what are you lacking right now that makes you feel like you need to get more? So that's something that we can explore. And oftentimes we end up exploring that area in the mentality of, oh, there's something that's lacking and I want to do more. So what is it about more? What is it that you don't feel that you are enough? Right. So it comes down to um, whether or not what you are telling yourself, because self-improvement itself is not good or bad. It's just self-improvement. It's an activity. It's something very neutral. But I think what we're hoping to achieve by doing this activity is what differentiate whether or not you have that addiction or not. One can do the self-improvement activity from a place of, oh, it's nice to know, it's refreshing to my memory, it's the skills that I already have. So you recognize what you are already having, you are complete, you are capable, versus I don't think I can do this, but only if I can learn more. So that's coming from a mentality or mindset of I am not good enough. So which mindset are you coming from, and what motivates you to signing up to more program or going to more seminar, and or looking at other people's program and thinking that they are so much more than you are? Then that brings back to our negative self-talk, where what is it that you're telling yourself in that moment of time when you choose to do some activity for yourself? And I think that's where I wanted to, draw the attention to. So how do you know that you are falling into that trap of becoming addicted to that self-improvement cycle? Because many of the listeners, you might not be able to even recognize it. Like, I didn't know that I was doing buying a lot of books, and I end up not reading them, but I fell into that addiction of, oh, this is a great book, it's going to help me, and let me just buy it, right? So how do you know that you're falling into that trap of becoming addicted to that self-improvement trap? So the way that you do it, and I was telling my peer coach earlier, my friend Becca, I said, the way that you recognize it is by creating that self-awareness. And the self-awareness come in when you stop and looking at your own behavior. It's almost like having a mirror standing in front of you, and you start to look at your own behavior. What is it about your behavior that's creating a pattern? Like, what is your pattern? Do you see, a seminar? Maybe it could be Tony Robbins, I don't know. If you like Tony Robbins, you're going to his seminar and you keep going, wanting to go to his seminar. Like, what is it about going to his seminar makes you it's attracting you? So it could be that in that environment, in that seeds, that you feel very calm, you feel peaceful, you feel energetic, you feel happy, you feel joy. So all that feeling that you are feeling is what reminded you of, oh, I really liked it, I want more of this. So how do you get more from somewhere else, and realizing that you already got what you need to perform in this life? You are already perfect, you are enough. How do you know, like, getting that same feeling by using something else in place of this habit seeking self improvement activity that you are going into every single time. So what is your pattern, and how do you break the pattern? You create that self-awareness. So this is something that I wanted to share with you, and hopefully you find some values and some truth behind it. And perhaps, it's time to take a pause and look at our own pattern and see if we, question our motivation. What is it about that program that we wanted to join or to sign up? And what is our goal? What are we trying to achieve by attending it or to sign up for it? What is my motivation? What do I hope to get out of? That's something that you can think about. Hey, thanks for joining me this week on Perfectly Normal. Make sure to visit my website at elevatelifecoaching.org. And if you found values in this show, I appreciate a rating on iTunes and Spotify. Or you can simply tell a friend about the show. That would really help me too. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. And be sure to tune in next week for our next episode.